That fact, but it bears repeating because this is so significant. It took many of you years of hard work and persistence to get this diploma. And today, on behalf of all the citizens of Chicago, I congratulate you and your families. This is an achievement in which you, your parents, your families, and friends can take great pride. In fact, those of you receiving a diploma today have now become a role model for thousands of Chicago citizens. Some of them are still in high school, but some are already in the workforce. You are role models because you show them that the way forward is through education. Some of you have been out of high school for a while. Some of you balance jobs and families with your studies. But all of you make our city proud by achieving your degree. And as a city, we know we must do better for the students who follow you at city colleges. And that's why last year we set into motion an ambitious plan to reinvent the city colleges of Chicago system, and I appointed Cheryl Hyman as Chancellor. We don't have to look any farther than Chancellor Hyman for an example of someone who used city colleges as a springboard to a very successful career in business. Now she's giving back to the community by leading the effort to update the mission of city colleges to meet the economic challenges of today and tomorrow. And that means doing a better job of preparing our students for the jobs of the future. Our goal is simple. By raising the bar at city colleges, we are making sure that a degree from this institution will mean something for you and for thousands of other students in the years to come. Simply put it, we want you to see the value of a good education and what it means to you and your families. Today and into the future, we must as a society continue our push for better education opportunities for all young people, because I believe it is the only way to address the growing divide between the haves and have-nots, between those who can afford to have choices in life and those who remain mirrored in poverty. We must commit ourselves to creating a culture of education. And what do I mean by that? It's simple. It means recognizing the fact that at every turn there are teaching opportunities, not just for young people, but for all of us. And as a city, we must take advantage of every opportunity to enrich ourselves educationally and culturally. And that's why as mayor I've focused so much on building libraries, parks, small businesses, and schools in neighborhoods all across our great city. There is this notion that you have to have a lot of money to offer your children an enriching experience that will broaden their horizons and open their eyes to the world beyond their neighborhoods. Not so, not in Chicago. Think about it. It costs absolutely nothing to walk into a Chicago public library, but you can walk out with a wealth of information that can help you set you on a course to a better life for your children or families. And that isn't that the goal for all of us to better ourselves and to create better opportunities for our children. I'm here to tell you that it can be done for you, your children, and for your children's children. So you want to become a computer programmer. So many children are technology whizzes. There are books and libraries that will give you the basics about what you need to know in journals. Other materials that point you in the direction of jobs in any field. What if you're very creative and want to become an artist? The library offers books to tell the stories of great artists and cultural leaders and detail their paths about success. Millennium Park has been hailed as one of the most beautiful outdoor cultural facilities in the world. Cloudgate sculpture, that everyone now calls the Bean, has become an important international symbol of Chicago. And all it costs is the price of a bus or train fare for you to share with a magnificent experience with your family. Years ago, at the beginning of the planning process for Millennium Park, I envisioned it is a place where families of all cultures, creed, and races can come together and enjoy your city. And that is what's happening today. On any given summer day, you can drive or walk by the Crown Fountain. See children from all over Chicago playing together, their parents sitting together and getting to know each other. As mayor, I can tell you that it makes me proud every time I see it, because that's my kind of town and yours. When we planned Millennium Park, we knew that not everyone has a summer home. Not everyone can afford a place in Florida. But everyone deserves an opportunity to take part in the wonderful experience life offers. Parks, museums, and a beautiful lakefront. And everyone can have those experiences right here in Chicago. It is very meaningful to me that this event is being held on this campus, because my father, Mayor Richard J. Daley, worked very hard to establish the University of Illinois at Chicago campus. He did that because of his commitment to education. He, along with my mother, taught me and my brothers and sisters the great importance of a good education. And that's why, as mayor, I worked hard to give every child in every school the education they need to achieve their potential and to go on to become a better form of a person, but most importantly, an opportunity for higher education. So when I became mayor, I was faced with a Chicago public school system that was broken. I was the first mayor in the country to seek the responsibility from state government to give me the full responsibility for fixing it. And you can debate what the next step should be, but no one can ignore that we put our schools in the right track and the first policy issue ever presented to the people of the city of Chicago about education. And that is what is happening right now at city colleges in Chicago. It should help bring our city a bright future filled with opportunity and optimism. Somewhere along the way, too many of us seem to have lost our passion for education. We talk about it a lot. We debate it all the time, but we don't do enough to change it. We have all types of competing interests in the world of America, education. But what we do not have, it seems to me, is that the culture of education, something deep in our homes and our national identity that prizes teaching and learning. Right here, all your faculty, we should look up to them and thank them for their dedication to city colleges and to you as students. That focus on learning works great in China, where students' academic performance outpaces most other countries. There is much we can learn from the Chinese education system, without saying that everything about it is better than our system. We need the leaders of every part of American society to embrace the idea of a culture of education as a crusade in America. That means all of our elected officials, all of our business leaders, all of our faith-based community, and all of your families. It means the parents, it means the taxpayers who don't have any children. It means making sure our children are enrolled in a quality early childhood program. It means that every adult with a child in a house should read with that child every day. It means making our children realize that learning is fun, not a chore. It means more fun than texting, and it pays greater rewards as well. I ask all of you today to commit yourselves, even with all the other things you have going on in your lives, to take up this challenge. Spread the message of education to every corner that you can. Of course, we need leadership at the top levels of government and business to take up the crusade. But what we really need is a grassroots, neighbor to neighbor, family to family, block to block, to put education at the top of their list, in their home, in their block, in their community, in their places of worship. We need a transfusion of education into our national bloodstream. And to me, that is the most important thing we can learn from the Chinese. It's the most important message I can leave you today. But before I conclude, I want to remind you that as you graduate today, your futures are unlimited. Your families and your teachers and professors have given you the tools, the knowledge, not only to succeed as an individual, but to change the world. So make no little plans. Hold on to your ideas and principles. Pursue them with the idea that one determined person can power change that lifts a generation, and yes, even a nation and world. Don't let the cynics and skeptics ever discourage you. You could make a difference. In fact, we are counting on you. I want to thank all of you for your advice, support, and cooperation over the years in helping our city move forward. Thank you for your ideas, your input, and your time. That's what our system of government is based on people. It's only by working together that we can have accomplishments in our great city. I believe that the spirit of collaboration will continue to lead Chicago to the future, full of opportunities and, of course, prosperity. It's been a joy and it's a great honor to serve you as mayor of this great city. I wish you the best of health and happiness in pursuing and achieving your dreams. Congratulations to the class of 2011 Chicago City Council.